Okay, Kshe Bernard.
Yes, I don't know if this is allowed, but I brought photographs to show our council people about what happens when people sleep outside with no shelter, no tents, no anything. You can see this gentleman's toes are black. They're black from frostbite. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the financial cost to OSF where he was eventually transported, but the cost is real. This is a resident of Peoria. This is one of your citizens that, Chuck, you referred to as an animal. He deserved better. My name is Kshe Bernard. I am a co-founder of Lula and outreach supervisor of Jolt Harm Reduction. We work closely with other social service agencies, including OSF community, faith outreach nursing programs. I'm sorry, I'm also very sick tonight. Phoenix Housing, Sophia's Kitchen, Dream Center, Pathway Ministries, and the Salvation Army. I am very lucky to provide direct care and services to our most underserved and most vulnerable citizens. Once again, you know the ones Chuck referred to as animals. I have the great honor and privilege to know their names and their stories. You were right, Councilwoman Young. Their stories will bring you to your knees, and they deserve to be heard by everyone in here before we make decisions that criminalize them or dehumanize them. It is important to know I have lived experience. My father was killed in a parking lot. His death certificate read homeless. My mother and I reaped those consequences. His name was Wilford Swan. I could tell the story of a young boy who aged out of foster care. His name was Tyler Smith. He was failed by every system the city claims to have robust services in. I welcome any of you to come meet with me over coffee and hear their stories and the failures that they faced that ultimately led to their death alone in an alley. I could tell you the stories of John, Kenneth, Haley, and many more who were barred from shelters. They mattered. We failed them. You all failed them. We have 414 unsheltered citizens and only 348 beds. Of 291 adults, we only have 264 beds. We have 123 unsheltered children. We have an 84-bed capacity. This does not reflect the domestic violence shelters. Where do they go? The last page of the Peoria Fire Department lists camp issues in 2023. 28 out of those 31 incidents were for health. 2 were for shelters, or 2 were for fires at shelters. This tells me they need support and health care, not punishment. You guys have also said that you will hold their property. I am present most of the time when the city clears camp. Getting that property back, getting all of that property back in good condition is a nightmare. It is one I cannot navigate with all the resources, all the support of the people in the city who actually care. But you're going to put the burden on our people who have nothing to retrieve their property. It has been an epic failure to date. Lula unapologetically distributes tents, sleeping bags, trash bags, shelf-stable food to people with no other options or resources. They are under bans or there are simply no beds. It is a complex and multifaceted issue. They can't be in tents. They can't be in empty houses that the city has a surplus of. The cost is real. They are real. They are citizens and people who deserve more from the city that they call home, even though they don't currently have a home. They are Peoria. I beseech you all to do better.